Hi guys, I'm live. Let me do my hair real quickly. And I'm making this video primarily in, I said that I would do a video, a lesson on chords. And I thought I'd mix that right now with the fact that I just got my sweep picking together, which sweep picking is largely a technique used for playing arpeggios, and arpeggios are very related to chords because essentially an arpeggio is the notes of a chord played as a melody rather than as simultaneously, like a harmony. And so I thought I would do that. And interestingly too, somebody had wanted me to do the intro to Sweet Child of Mine sitting down, but I kind of scrambled that up a little because I stood up and I did the whole song, not just the intro. But now I'm sitting down and I'm doing a video about a lesson on chords, which I said I'd do, but I'm throwing in my sweep picking technique, which actually makes it kind of a lesson on arpeggios as well. So hopefully I'm doing everything all right. I know things are kind of scrambled a little bit. But here goes. Can I do it? I'd like to do a lesson on chords, which can include arpeggios and which can involve sweep picking techniques. So anyway, where do I start? There's things called inversions of chords, and there's things called triads, and there's things called major and minor. So there's major triads and minor triads. Triad means three, as in three notes. So a major and each of the three notes can be in the bass. And each of those situations of each of those three possible bass notes make the three inversions. One being root position, where the root's in the bass. One being first inversion where the third's in the bass, and one being second inversion where the fifth's in the bass. And if you invert it again, you get back to the root position. And then there's major and minor. So there's major triads, first inversion, major triads, root position, major triads, first inversion, major triads, second inversion, minor triads, root position, minor triads, first inversion, and minor triads, second inversion. And there's also 12 notes. So there's 12 minor triads and 12 major triads. And a lot of that is what I like to go on about right now. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. But let's say I like the chord G major. If I play it as a chord, there's power chord. You can add the third to have a triad effect. Play it as a four notes on the high four notes. First version would be they can make that top three notes only. Sweep it too. G minor would be do it better. Going the third is flatted in minor, so that's this effect. Third is major and the major triad. This is G. You can do it in all the notes of the scale. That may sound easy, but it took me years to get that down in my fingers. And then A minor would be. And just for fun, let's C major. Then there's progressions you can do. So let's say I'm in A minor, I can do A minor, D minor, major, push it up, A minor, D minor, harmonic minor technique, you know? Minor, minor. There's a big harmonic minor thing. One of my rag bars just falling off. That's weird. That's what's screwed in there. I'm trying to find a. This is. Someone's gonna say I shouldn't adjust this, but you can adjust your pickup height. I want this pickup a little higher. I like them low so the strings can't get caught in them, but I want them high. I like them high enough to make a good tone. A minor, D minor. The relative major to that would be C major, so I can have C major, F major, G major, C major, F major, G major, C major, F major, and that's a major key, a minor key and as well as major, or a major key and as well as minor, and then just mix it up. Say I'm making a piece in A minor, I can go A minor, D minor, then I might go to C major, so major, F major, C major. Then instead of going back to E minor, I might go to E minor, E minor. Let's just do this. A minor, D minor, E major, E minor, E minor, A minor, E major, E minor, and then back down to E minor, E minor, E major, E minor. So for someone else is going to say I shouldn't adjust this either, but I'm going to raise the action on my guitar. So do that again, maybe a little, just one more time. A minor, D minor, E major, and then I might even go up to already. I did A minor, C minor, I did A minor, C minor, we did an A minor, C major, D minor, then I might go to G major. G back to A minor, Make these little progressions. If I did it all in chord form without arpeggios, it would just be A minor. Scales would go along with, I usually use harmonic minor scale for minor keys, major scale for major keys, and back between major and minor. However, chords are a very deep subject, and there's also seventh chords, which have 4 notes, 1, 3, 5, 7. And there is actually several types of those: major seventh, minor seventh, dominant seventh, and I'll stick with those for now. A dominant seventh chord is a major seventh with an added minor seventh. A dominant seventh chord is a major triad with an added minor seventh on top of it. So you have like a major triad. A lot of ways to do it. A7, seventh actually. When they say 7, it really means 7th. It's not really 7, it's 7th. And 9 for A9. A9th actually, but A9. Sharp to 9th. That's a Hendrix chord. A Hendrix chord. And A Hendrix chord. There's minor 7th. Minor 7th is a minor triad with an added minor 7th. So you have a minor triad, added minor 7th. I'll get into weird ways of doing chords later, but for now, let's just stick with that fingering. Go like that, and go like this. Then there's a major 7th chord, which is a major triad with an added major 7th. So major triad, added major 7th. Very mysterious and yet maybe loving sounding chord. I like that chord. Make a progression out of it, and usually a lot of it tends to be jazz. Jazz tends to be 2-5-1s or 6-2-5-1s, and a lot of those are like if I'm in A, I could play. Let's do F sharp minor 7, minor 7, E7. Let's go to F major, and I would go to D minor 7, C minor 7, C minor 7, Let's go to C sharp. Major for that. Down to D flat minor 7, D flat minor 7, A flat 7, C sharp. Flat minor 7, flat minor 7, A flat 7, C sharp. Then back where I started, back to the key of A major, which would be F sharp minor 7, D minor 7, D minor 7. So that's the a version of the Giant Steps Coltrane progression. Major keys down a major third all the way around, and augmented triad and triangle, and he's going around and around. So scale, and then go A major scale, F major scale, C sharp major scale, and go back around and around. I like that progression. There's a Charlie Parker version that's more like up 1/3, down major thirds. You do like 2-5-1s instead of 6-2-5-1s for that. Should I do that? Let's say start in E major. So I would have F sharp minor 7 to down to 7 to E major 7. Then the key of C sharp. Then the key of G major would be A minor 7, D 7 to G major 7. Then the key of D flat major 7. D flat major would be C minor 7, F down to 7, F 7, Then the key of C sharp major would be hopefully I get this right, would be E flat minor 7, A flat minus A flat 7, to C sharp major 7. Wow, it works. Can't believe it almost. And then back to the key of E major, which would be F sharp minor 7, A 7, to E major 7. That worked out right. So I'm going to say, so the whole chords would be F sharp minor 7, D 7, major 7, A minor 7, D 7, G major 7. Do it again. F sharp minor 7, D 7, major 7, minor 7, D 7, G major 7. C minor 7, F 7, D flat major 7, E flat minor 7, A flat 7, C sharp major 7, F sharp minor 7, E 7, and G major 7. So playing that would be like. Try it again. That's hard to do. actually right. Major, key of E major to D, key of G major to key of E flat major to key of C sharp major to the key of E major. All with, 2-5-1s, other than 65-1s lends to the Coltrane idea of the down major third progression of major keys, and the 2-5-1s leads to the upper progression of minor third, progression of major keys in upward minor thirds. Okay. Now, my favorite part of this lesson, one of my favorite parts, because I like the sweeping part too. But other than that, my other favorite part of this lesson is what I'm going to call miscellaneous chords and just neat chords and things that I like. Just my funny ideas of chords, and I like some certain chords. I like to show you some. Eric Johnson talks about a real pretty West chord. It's actually just a major 6 chord. It's got a root, major 7, root, major 6, major 3rd, major 5th. There's of course there's the 9th chord, E 9th, E Hendrix chord, E7 sharp 9. There's also a thing that I like that Hendrix does. He does it on if 6 was 9, it goes like this. He does it on Are You Experienced too. The song Are You Experienced, the title track for the album Are You Experienced. It's a form of a 9th chord. It's got the root, minor 7th, 9th, 5th, root. It doesn't have a 3rd, so it could be a minor 9th or a dominant 9th. Because it has a minor 7th, it can't be a major 9th. But it can be a minor 9th if it has a minor 3rd which isn't played, or it could be a dominant 9th if it has a major 3rd which isn't played. Either way, you can just call it a 9th or minor 9th, but I'll say 9th chord. And then if this is 9 is to not to be I don't mind. I don't care. If all the hits come on their head, I don't care. I don't care. I digress there because I'm playing the song. I love that song so much. I just something told me to play it. But that's the chord in the song. And there's the Holsworth chords. This is an open position major 7th chord. By open position, I mean wide interval stretch. Also, you play this position. Third, 7th, or in this case, 5th, 7th. Then you can invert it with this way. is played fifth, eighth, seventh, third. So there's a different little phrasing of it, a voicing of it. Fifth, eighth, major seventh, major third. Mix the two up. Tap the missing note, you know, like a tap. There's an empty string in there, you tap. Right in. Sounds like some Steely Dan, I don't mean to sound like, but it kind of does anyway. Asia or something. What I like to do too is you can do like volume mode swells with it. A little reverb on. My favorite special chords that I just love, a lot of holes with chords, probably going to be in this category. There's this is believe it or not, this may sound like what am I talking about even, but this is a C sharp. Let's call it a D flat major 7 sharp 11. What that is. Distortion off, but then if it's off the right. Yeah, that's better. It's got A flat, D flat. It's a D flat major 7 sharp 11. D flat is here, that's the root. A flat is here, that's the fifth. F is here, that's the major third. G is here, that's the sharp 11. C is here, that's the major 7th, and then A flat is up here, that's another doubling of the 5th. It's at the end of one of his songs. I don't know what this song is called Three Sheets to the Wind off of Road Games. It ends in this chord here. It's one of the songs on Road Games. I think it's Three Sheets to the Wind. It's one of them. Then I like the ending chord to Shallow Sea from the 1982 IOU album, self-titled. It goes like this. It's the major 7th chord, but it's beautiful the way he phrases it. If you can use a volume cut. Move it around, yeah. Had a volume pedal might be easier. And it's interesting how you do the tapping, but it's not a middle note or a high note, it's a low note. So the bass, the lowest note gets tapped. Beautiful. At least to me. This is A flat, major 7, sharp 11 again. Anyway, any more about chords? This is and I want to talk about some more of the Yngwie type chords and maybe the classical, heavy metal, neoclassical thing. A lot of it is harmonic minor type stuff, like in Far Beyond the Sun. So it's this chord here first. E major. C sharp minor. No, C sharp major. F sharp minor. Let's move around a little bit. I like that effect. It's just 5 to 1, either 5 to 1. It's either 5 major to 1 minor, that's a 5 to 1 minor key, or it's 5 major to 1 major, which is 5 to 1 in a major key. So it's really simple. Oh, there's that. Interestingly enough, if you just raise the bass up a half step, you get a totally different feel. You get in this case, it would be an A major 9 chord. Just taking an E major, the bass up from G sharp to A, you get an A major 9th, just out of the blue. Totally different feel, isn't it? As opposed to. Chords are beautiful, and there's many ways of using them. If it weren't for chords, there wouldn't be arpeggios. Arpeggios are one of the coolest things that you can do on an electric guitar. So is that my lesson? Of course, there's power chords again. Power chords are like just really two-note chords that can be major or minor. It can be, you take the third away, it's just a perfect fifth. It can be major or minor. So thus it's ambiguous, but it also is powerful because it doesn't have a whole lot of notes in it to mess it up and make it muddy. Rock and roll would not exist without power chords. I'm sorry, it just wouldn't. You can finger one, you know, 3-finger fingering, 2-finger fingering, or you know, all kinds of ways. Now, I wouldn't want to forget this little thing. There's little alterations of power chords. I call them altered power chords. The fifth is basically a power chord with a flatted fifth, or a power chord with a raised root. It's just an altered power chord. And then you have the minor sixth interval, which implies a major third interval, which implies a major triad, just out of 2 notes. Altered, it's an altered power chord because it's a power chord with a minor sixth and fifth, or a major seventh instead of the root. Probably that might be confusing, but like let's say I have D power chord, a major third, or a major triad implied. Without these little things, a lot of rock and roll wouldn't exist. I mean, it's just really simple things I'm showing here, but and then I'm getting kind of tired of that. But you can do like sus things, like sus2, sus4, sus2 and 4. Ways of playing major chords by changing either the third up to a fourth or the third down to a second. Anything else? That can be used in open chords too. Open D chord with a suspended fourth. I don't know the whole thing anymore, but that's how it starts. There's that. You can barely only touch the surface of chords in one lesson. It's just really hard to do any more than that. But I've tried to do that at least. Scratch the surface, and I hope I get some nice chords you guys like. Make sure I didn't have any glaring omissions. We wouldn't want glaring omissions, would we? I just want to end with maybe a thing like I love the Crazy Train thing. It's really simple, but it's just triads in key of A major. A major. like this. Let's go. Okay. That would be if it was in the key of E. It would be this. Sorry. If Crazy Train were in the key of C sharp minor instead of F sharp minor. It would be a different world, wouldn't it be? Instead of it would be. Something like that. And then he would end up going. I'm goofing around, but chords are important in music. It would be E major. The song really is in F sharp minor, so you have A major. And not to leave out Van Halen, I gotta finish it. If I did Randy, I gotta do some Van Halen just to finish it. I love the ending of toward the ending of Everybody Wants Some off of Women and Children First, 1980. That was sus four chords, major sus four chords, E sus four, Hope you enjoyed those. Love you guys.